some of the football under Tuchel was pretty turgid, and I think people forget he was sacked because they were getting bad results. I mean, look, there's no easy answer here. They'll be looking out Avram Grant's phone number at this rate, honestly, to come back in. That's sort of where we're heading.
But the season's done.
Well, that's
out the FA Cup, Champions League, okay, but that's a stretch and a half. League, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you're now looking about picking these players off the floor, picking this manager and his staff off the floor, and seeing. I agree with Frank. I only want people in my team who are going to roll their sleeves up now. I don't care really what I don't care what it looks like. I just care about getting the result. I don't care if I'm the manager. I don't care if I have to be launching the ball long a la Wimbledon 1980 style, if that means getting a few results. That's kind of where they are. Now, that's not what they'll do, but that's the kind of position that they're in. And
how do you rally this?
I never envisaged for one moment. I never thought it was going to be easy, and it's not. And I don't know how it's going to end for the club and for the manager. I never thought it was going to be an easy transition, but I never, ever thought it was going to be this difficult, this bad.
Yeah.
And I thought...
But obviously, Potter will say, look, I've had a look at the injuries, and he's got a whole page of injuries there. The World Cup disrupted any sort of prep.
He'll say, and I came in after the transfer window when these players were already in. And
I had 6 weeks without these players.
And that's true, but then we do criticise other managers by saying, well, this is what you have to work with, so work with it. So in that sense, there can be no parachute for him, in a sense, because personally I haven't given that parachute to other managers. I've said, well, we'll figure it out. Yeah. You know, I'm not suggesting take this group and be challenging for the league, but I'm sort of figure out how to be a lot better than what you are. That's the first port of call. It's not sprinkle some magic dust on it and all of a sudden they are Man City. No. But they're more sort of Wolves at the moment than they are Man City. And that's what I'm saying. You need to be better with what you've got than what you are.
I think the thing is as well, from a Chelsea perspective, you look at this like, where is the Potter DNA on this team? What improvements has he made? What is he trying to achieve? And it's difficult to see any of that.
Well, there's a bit like when Ranić went into Man United, albeit it was a short-term appointment. But he had this talking about high pressing and high intensity. And we used to sit here and say, what are we seeing? We're not seeing anything different. And that was because either one, he really didn't have a clue, but I suspect two, the players were not listening to Ralph Ranić. And doesn't it feel kind of similar here?
Yeah.
That there is no Potter's Brighton, the way they played sort of DNA, and it kind of senses that, sounds to me a little bit, similarities are there that the players are kind of not really listening to what he wants, and if they are, they're certainly not carrying out the orders.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.